Hello, I'm Zash, and welcome to episode 93 of my Steins Gate Let's Read. Joining me, as always, is my co-reader Faith. I have recovered from my encounter with Faith's mother over that line she read a couple episodes ago. It was a bit of a painful encounter, but I'm okay now. While we search the Plague Maker's lair, please enjoy this episode. Oh, we picked up a mail while we...
Sitting on a girl.
Yeah. From the assistant.
Is everything alright? What happened with that Kiryu lady? At least let me know if you're still alive. Don't say anything stupid like you're dead, okay? Please, just reply. Even an email will do. I'm so worried I can't even eat.
Don't worry. I won't die. Not until I've fulfilled my promise to go to Aomori with you. I take Moeka's phone out of my pocket. I'm using your phone.
Ellipses.
Moeka slowly gets up. She wipes her tears and fixes her hair and clothes. Her wavy hair obscures her face from this angle, so I can't make out her expression. She doesn't react to what I said. Even though I'm no longer restraining her, she doesn't try to attack me and take back the phone. I open Moeka's mailbox and search for the D-mail. Takes about 3 minutes, but I finally find it. 3 mails from Moeka's own phone, each 12 characters long, sent on August 4th and received on July 31st. Retro PCs at Yanyabashi Shrine. Just as I suspected, Moeka changed her D-mail in the few seconds I had my back turned. All I need to do now is send the cancellation mail.
Okabe?
You at the lab?
Worrying me like that. Idiot.
What? Were you worried about me?
I mean, you set off an obvious death flag. I'm surprised you're still alive.
Where are you now?
I'm standing by at the lab.
Set up the machine. I'm sending another D-mail.
Destination?
July 31st, 11 a.m.
11 a.m. on the 31st.
While Krisu calculates the hours, I type the mail. It's a trap!
It's a trap!
I did name an episode A Trap at the Shrine.
Well,
It says do not go. Not at shrine. It's a trap. I address the mail to the phone wave, name subject to change.
he's real determined about that. Okay, all set.
Alright, activate it.
Activated.
I press the send button. The mail starts sending. Ellipses. Reading Steiner should activate. This time, for sure. I brace myself for the incoming vertigo.
Oh my god. Well,
Nothing. Why won't it change?
another mistake?
No, there's no way. I know what Moeka's message said. This D-mail should have cancelled it. Why isn't it working? What the hell's wrong this time?
What did the first email say?
That the IBN5100 was at Yanyabashi Shrine. I tried to cancel it by telling her it's a trap, but it didn't work. I'll try to phrase it differently.
Wait. We went through this with the Lotto 6 experiment, remember?
The Lotto 6 experiment? I sent myself the winning numbers, but the past me didn't buy the ticket. Instead, he gave the winning numbers to Lukako.
The person who reads the email chooses whether or not to act accordingly. Kiryu learned that the IBN5100 was at the shrine. Though the cancellation mail came right afterward, I guess she ignored it and went anyway.
Maybe she didn't believe the cancellation mail. Or maybe she was so diligent she decided to check it out even when told not to. I glance at Moeka. She's still hanging her head, but her tears have run dry. I wonder if she's listening.
Damn. Even when told it was too risky to go to the shrine, she went anyway.
We need a more persuasive message. Something that will prevent her from going to the shrine.
Like what?
That's the problem. Is it possible to persuade her with just 36 bytes of text? Or should we consider other possibilities? What if I sent a D-mail to myself on July 30th? Could I beat her to the IBN5100?
Were you even interested in the IBN5100 then?
Ellipses. When did I start caring about the IBN5100? I can't remember. Fine, that's out. So how do I convince Moeka to listen? At the moment, an electric shock runs through my brain. She just tasered us. No, 2 initials. FB.
What?
Moeka's handler. She's obsessed with FB. If the mail came from FB, she'll do whatever it says.
Do you have FB's phone?
No, they haven't even met. We don't even know where FB is. Now, as someone with some IT knowledge, I know how easy it is to forge an email.
Yeah.
But we'll just go on the assumption that, well, Daru would probably know too, but
Yeah.
they're not asking him, so they're running on the assumption that they need FB's phone.
Yeah.
If they asked Daru, he'd probably tell them, well, I could do that in 3 seconds.
Then there's nothing we can do. Oh, it's very easy to forge an email. Come on.
Yep. Give me a little time.
Gonna make me wait again? Well, I've been pulling all nighters recently, so whatever. Just don't do anything stupid, okay?
So, even after prying answers out of Moeka, there's still more work to be done. Fate really seems to love getting in my way. Alright, to break out of this world line, I need FB's identity and location. I call Moeka's name. When she finally looks up, I drop her phone into her lap. She accepts it with a confused expression. Looks like we're searching for FB now.
Ellipses.
Moeka grips her phone, but she doesn't look at the screen. I sigh deeply. I need to get as much information on FB out of her as I can. How exactly did you become a rounder? Honestly, I couldn't care less. I hate having to stand here and talk to the woman who killed Mayuri.
Ellipses.
Hugging her phone to her chest, Moeka retrieves her glasses and puts them back on.
4 years ago, I tried to kill myself.
Her voice is a barely audible whisper. For a moment, I'm surprised she's not talking by mail.
I had no hope. I wanted to get away from everything.
Why?
No big reason.
Her expression is blank, lifeless, like always. But behind her glasses, her eyes are red from crying. They are the only trace of emotion on her doll-like face.
Little things. Lots of little things piled up. I've always been like this.
And your family? Moeka shakes her head a little. She has none, I guess. I don't bother asking whether she ever had parents. It doesn't really matter. Well, obviously she had parents. It's not like she just materialized out of nowhere.
Yeah, I locked myself in my room and overdosed on sleeping pills. But I didn't die. Afterwards, I got a mail. Recruiting rounders, it said. It was sent to hundreds of people, not just me.
Isn't that spam? Do the rounders really recruit like that?
Nothing mattered anymore. So on a whim, I replied. And then FB contacted me. Ever since, I followed FB's orders.
Is this turning into 50 Shades of Moeka? Or would it be more 50 Shades of FB?
No.
Were you always stationed in Akiba? Moeka shakes her head.
Until 3 months ago, I was in Nagoya. Before that, Yokohama. Before that,
The Rounder's chief duty is to acquire IBN5100s. I guess they had her traveling all over Japan, digging up info on retro PCs. How many IBN5100s have you found so far?
Not even one.
No results? It sounds like CERN is spending a lot of effort for not much return. I sigh deeply once again. So what now? Are you going to sit here, wallowing in despair, until you kill yourself 4 days from now?
Oopsies.
Or do you want to rebel against fate?
Rebel?
Even as I ask the question, I know that, for her, rebellion is impossible. This world line has already approved her death. She's in the same situation as Mayuri. No matter what she does, she will die. I know that, and yet I ask the question. FB used you and threw you away. Accept it, and then ask yourself what you're going to do about it.
Oopsies.
Moeka looks down.
Even if FB did use me, that was the only place I belonged. That was the first time in my entire life I was needed. FB gave me purpose.
I would like you to join the cult of Okabe and become a lab mem. Oh wait, you already are one, so you have somewhere to belong.
To protect that purpose. To protect FB. I would do anything.
You're beyond hope. I stand up. Drown in your dependence for all I care. Your death has already been decided. But I won't let fate have its way. I'm rebelling to the end. No matter what, I will save Mayuri. Just a little bit more. I can't give up now. It's midnight, and Akiba is practically empty. The silence is eerie. There's no sign of anyone near the coin locker. Considering the IBN 5100 size, it couldn't fit in the regular-sized lockers. She must have put it in one of the 3 large lockers on the right. The light's on. The bottom of the locker is still in use. Is the IBN 5100 inside? My heart starts pounding in my chest. I feel my face grow hot with excitement. We've been apart for far too long, my partner. But now, only a thin locker door separates us. Is this what love feels like? Let's not go crazy. I thought go crazy was your standard reaction to everything.
Yeah, but it's a controlled kind of crazy.
I force myself to consider the situation calmly. Is the IBN 5100 really inside? I want to check right this instant. I can't believe I forgot to ask Moeka which locker she used. Should I get a crowbar or something to pry the locker open? We're going back into bad plan territory, aren't we?
Yep.
If the IBN 5100 really is inside, and I steal it, what will happen to the world line? I have yet to cancel all of the D-mails, which I thought was the only way to restore the original world line. But now, the IBN 5100's so close. Why can't I just reach out and take it? I know how to cancel Moeka's D-mail, so I can always do that if this doesn't work. Let's try it, just to make sure. Bad plan. First, I make a quick visit to the lab. Ignoring the complaints of the lab mems, who stayed awake in the lab all night, I retrieve a makeshift crowbar from the development room. Then, I return to the lockers and thrust the pointed tip of the crowbar into the crack on the door.
Oh.
Ellipses? Just as I begin to pry, a shrill siren shatters the night. I look up to see the red lights of a patrol car coming this way. The timing couldn't be worse. The police release me after about 30 minutes of scolding. I return to the coin locker and try to pry it open. God damn, you're an idiot.
God.
Immediately, another patrol car appears. This time, they take me to the police station. I'm stuck in an interrogation room all night, getting preached to by the policemen. I conclude that this is another effect of the attractor field convergence.
That's all you get?
No matter what I do, I cannot obtain an IBN 5100 on this world line. That is what fate has decreed. I get the police to call my father, and they finally release me. Hey, he has a father!
Oh, God.
They didn't go so far as to arrest me, but the policemen, as well as my father, scold me harshly. I act apologetic, but in actuality, their words fall on deaf ears. After my father goes home, I head straight to Moeka's apartment. I tried calling her. I took the opportunity to memorize her phone number yesterday, but she wouldn't pick up at all. Before I get there, I send a mail to Daru asking him to check if the coin locker is still occupied. The door to Moeka's apartment is unlocked. I find Moeka hugging her knees in the corner, just like she was when I first found her. You put the IBN 5100 in the bottom right locker, correct?
How?
Nope, telephone. This discussion on the IBN 5100, Moeka, can wait. I've got spam. Checked. The big locker on the lower right is in use. What's this about, anyway? Don't make me your errand boy so early in the morning, fool. I haven't done Daru's voice in a while.
You haven't? God, that makes me sad.
Yeah. Well, we had a lot of Daru in the first half.
Yeah, but things are intense now. We need more Daru.
Out of all the lockers, only 3 could have held the IBN 5100. Out of those 3, only the bottom one was in use. If that's the one you used, then FB hasn't picked it up yet. Do you know what that means? Moeka frowns. It means that if we stake out the locker, you'll get to meet FB.
Oh.
It hadn't occurred to you. Some secret agent you are.
Ellipses.
I'm headed there now. You coming?
Ellipses. What will you do if you meet her?
Borrow her phone. That's the best way to prevent Moeka from going to Yanyabashi Shrine.
I can't meet her. I'm too afraid. The real me could never live up to her expectations.
Something tells me her expectations were never that high to begin with. Moeka's face contorts again. I'm being blunt, not only because Moeka is Mayuri's murderer, but also because Moeka's weakness is starting to get on my nerves.
Well, I have that weakness, so I'm patient with it.
Just like Daru's mail said, the locker is still occupied when I get there. I look around to make sure there are no patrol cars, and then I go at it with the crowbar again.
No.
No crowbars this time. I don't feel like getting arrested.
Good boy.
Yeah.
3rd time's the charm.
I head across the street to Daibaru, hide behind one of its humongous pillars, and begin the stakeout. My legs are getting tired. I was going to borrow Mayuri's portable game console, but I decided I didn't need the distraction. Hey, a good plan for once! Still, it's pretty tough to keep standing like this. I also need to stay inconspicuous. Someone might notice if they see me standing in the same place for hours. I wouldn't want a security guard to give me trouble. Yeah, he had enough trouble with the police.
Really?
I mean, I guess there's not much worry about that. I've already been here for 7 hours without incident. My legs are numb, so I squat and lean against the pillar. Nope, put on my phone.
Maybe this isn't what you want to hear, but I need you to listen. I don't care about Aomori anymore. I just want you to be safe, Okabe. When you ran out without saying anything yesterday, it felt like my heart was going to explode. So hurry back. please.
Aw. She cares. She really cares.
The Grinch's heart grew 3 sizes.
Yep. So hungry. I'd love to go get some food, but I can't take my eyes off the locker. Just then, somebody taps me on the shoulder. Uh-oh. FB?
Probably not.
I try to leap to my feet, but my legs get tangled and I fall over.
Ellipses. Oh, he didn't. It's just that his character pulled a him. Got tangled in his own legs and went clunk. And you're kidding, deny it.
Moeka is standing there, looking down at me with those glassy eyes.
That would be disturbing.
What are you doing here?
I'll keep watch too. Is that okay?
Why the change of heart?
Ellipses.
I stand up and dust off my clothes. You were comfortable with your male-only relationship, weren't you? I thought you wanted to maintain that distance. So what made you decide to risk a meeting?
At this rate...
Moeka puts her head on her knees. She looks ready to cry. I've seen that expression once before, in her moonlit apartment.
If I lose contact with FB, I'll lose my connection.
To the world? Moeka nods faintly. You can't bear to be alone yourself, yet you would end an innocent girl's life because some person you've never met told you to? A cultist. That's what you are. Yeah, we've been saying that.
Yeah.
And her cult leader, FB, abused her weakness before throwing her out like old clothes. It pisses me off. FB's cruelty, Moeka's weakness. I can't decide which I hate more.
To be fair, I probably wouldn't shoot someone in the head.
Yeah.
But I do get the lack of connection to the world thing.
Then Moeka nervously brings out a convenience store bag. What's this?
Ellipses.
Instead of answering, Moeka looks away. I look inside. Whoa! Milk and bean buns! Exactly what you need on a stakeout. Wait, Moeka actually went to a convenience store and bought stuff from another person, as well as came out to meet FB?
Congratulations. That's hard. That's not facetiousness. That was actually hard.
Yes, for us hermits.
Going outside is hard sometimes.
There's enough for 2. You brought this for me? Moeka nods. Very well. You may join the stakeout. Now we can take turns watching, and we'll also look less suspicious to passerbys. The night draws on, and still no sign of FB. We nap in 1-hour shifts, but it doesn't help the exhaustion. On top of that, I don't have anyone to talk to. Moeka can't keep a conversation going, so there's nothing I can do to stave off the boredom. I went back to the lab to shower just before dawn, but Krisu, who was working an all-nighter on the time leap machine, just glared at me. The wait finally ends at just after 1 p.m. on the 13th. Someone comes to open the lower right locker. We watch from behind the pillar. It's a nondescript middle-aged man. He's dressed in a new suit, but it hangs rather poorly on him, as if he's not used to wearing it. Or someone like me who just hates wearing suits.
Yeah.
Is that FB? Moeka shakes her head firmly.
FB is a woman.
So, maybe she hired someone to pick it up. Or it could be someone from the locker company here to clear it after weeks overdue. That would make us all idiots. Moeka, FB, and me. The man has the key to the locker. He pays the late fee with 100 yen coins, then removes the cardboard box with the IBN5100 inside. The man thought ahead and brought a pushcart. He puts the IBN5100 onto the pushcart with a bit of effort and begins walking away. Follow him! The man heads straight for Akihabara Station. Strangely enough, he walks to an overweight man standing in front of the ticket machine. The overweight man is wearing a t-shirt and has all the signs of an otaku. He doesn't seem to have anything in common with the first guy, who looks like an average salaryman. They transfer the IBN5100 into the overweight man's suitcase. After they exchange a few words, the overweight man enters the station alone. Then the guy in the suit leaves. Weird. What was the purpose of that transfer?
To knock people off their trail?
Probably. Is the overweight man FB? Or is he just another link in some kind of chain? At any rate, if we keep following the IBN 5100, we should reach FB eventually. We enter the station. The overweight man boards the Yamanote line. We board on the next car and keep watch through the connecting door. It's a weekday afternoon, so there aren't many passengers. 30 minutes later, we arrive at Shinjuku Station. Here, the train sees a sharp increase in passenger traffic.
He's getting off.
Moeka pulls on my sleeve. The overweight man has slipped into the stream of departing passengers. He's about to exit onto the platform. We follow him, but due to our slow reaction, we have to push our way through the boarding passengers. The train doors close, and it slowly departs.
What was that weird little dingle-dangle going on?
The doors shutting noise.
Sounded like something from Five Nights at Freddy's there for a minute. Jesus.
Yeah, well, every city has different sounds for when the subway doors are closing.
I know, that one just... It sounded like an evil clown was coming or something.
Yeah.
That's just me, though.
The man starts walking towards the exit. Shinjuku is crowded, so we have to follow close behind or we'll lose him. But then, I stop in my tracks. What? The man is empty-handed. Ah, crap.
It was a handoff there.
Yeah. His suitcase is missing. What?